back to Vera's View. After a brief little hiatus there last week, I am back to once again run down this week's Raw and SmackDown. We're going to start off with Raw and my fails, of course. The first one being Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Solely because I hate seeing Matt Hardy saddled with Jason Jordan yet again this week in wake of Jeff's injury. Matt does not need a tag team partner. He is fully capable of being a singles competitor. And Jason Jordan is being, shoved down our throats so hard. People are not going to accept him anymore because he's with a fan favorite like Matt Hardy. Also, just really glad that the Good Brothers managed to pull off the win here. My next fail is kind of a touchy one. It's the Susan G. Komen segment. I kind of feel like a bit of an asshole for even calling it a fail, but yeah, it was awful. It was just so bad. I am all about WWE partnering up with them. It's a great cause. I love their efforts to create awareness for breast cancer and support breast cancer survivors and fighters. But having all of the heel and face women in the ring at the same time really bothered me. I know kayfabe is dead, but yikes, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Not only were they all in the ring at the same time, they actually all end up embracing a weird group hug. Leave the bad girls backstage, let them do their own thing when the cameras aren't rolling. It's just, I don't know, I didn't like it. And my last fail is Enzo Amore as a heel. He is a full-on heel now, there's no denying it anymore, but why? He has cool catchphrases everyone loves to chant along to. He has great merch. I'm sure his sales are through the roof. He also had a ton of sympathy after Big Cass's betrayal. But yeah, just turned him on a dime like that. It's really weird to me. Also, I really hate the fact that 205 Live seemed to close the show yet again this week. My first win, though, is Bray Wyatt's promo. He does a really odd thing. He's kind of doing the whole Can't Sleep, Clowns Leap Me kind of Bart Simpson rockin' thing. He's talking about, she'll never lie to me. She'll never lie to me. I'm assuming he's talking about Sister Abigail, and he kind of talks about it a bit more later on. But yeah, I don't know where they're going with this. I've heard rumors that there's going to be a woman debut with him. I've also heard that it could just be Bray Wyatt himself. We have the Demon King inside of Finn Balor, so he's going to have his own Sister Abigail inside of him. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, Bray Wyatt has pretty much lost all credibility at this point, so hopefully this can bring him back around to the way he was when we first got to see Bray Wyatt. I mean, he was just so phenomenal. He definitely is one that's going to be around for a while. I feel like he can keep going as this Eater of Worlds if they just fix him up a little bit. Mickie James will win for me this week. She was moments away from beating Nia Jax before Alexa Bliss got involved. The six-time women's champion's efforts, though, they did not go unnoticed. Kurt Angle then announced that at TLC, we're going to see Mickie James face off against Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship, and I'm excited to see her back on the title picture after all this time. Sheamus and Cesaro were win for me this week when they interfered in the Intercontinental Championship match. They cost Roman Reigns the title, and they teased pretty big a Shield reunion when they stood over his body and did the whole, Shield fist bump thing. I'm really interested to see where this goes, if they do the Shield versus, the Miz Taraj. Will Sheamus and Cesaro be involved somehow? I want to see how they're going to tie it all together. And my next win is Alicia Fox, actually. I'm not a big fan of her, but I was excited to see her back on TV after quite some time. See her back wrestling, too. We see a lot of Sasha. We see a lot of Bayley. We see Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax weekly. I'm excited to see that we have Emma the last few weeks, and we now have Mickie James and Alicia Fox being tied into the programming, and I'm all about shaking things up a bit. And my last win is the pretty much confirmation of the Shield reunion when Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins go into Roman Reigns' locker room to close the show. Looks like they're going to get the band back together after all. Moving over to SmackDown Live, my first fail, and I just want to say, I love Bobby Roode. Do not get me wrong. I love the whole glorious thing. It's great, the robes, the music, whatever. But I hate to see Mike Bennett lose to him like this. Poor Mike. Oh, I'm sorry, Kanellis. Mike Kanellis. Poor Mike, he's so talented. He's such a great wrestler. He has such a great, in-ring persona with ROH and stuff, but they have been burying him nonstop lately. I really hope that they change direction soon and, build him up a little bit, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But on a happier note, congratulations to him and Maria as they have announced that they are expecting their first baby. Remember that Susan G. Komen segment I was complaining about on Raw? Yeah, they did the exact same segment on SmackDown. Why? I'll never know, because they had to have known that it didn't go over well on Raw. But anyway, My last fail is Randy Orton beating Aiden English. Not the fact that he beat him, because he should have, but what was the point of that match? What is the point of this feud with Rusev? I just don't get it. I mean, I know Randy Orton at this point has been there and done it all, but there has to be a better way to build to these two fighting, like Rusev Day? Like, what? Stuff's so stupid. Ugh. My wins, though, started off with Natalya making Charlotte tap out in her tag match. It was Carmella and Natalya versus Charlotte and Becky. I hate to say it, but I really think that on Sunday, we are going to see Charlotte walk away champion. I hope that Natty can keep the momentum from SmackDown going, but yeah, they were even talking about Ric Flair and bringing up the fact that Charlotte said, yeah, she's going to fight for the championship for as long as he's fighting to get better, and like all this weird stuff. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that Natty retains on Sunday, but if she does, I still think very soon we're going to see Charlotte with a championship. They're going to play it up with Rick. It's going to be a big thing. Maybe he'll even be ringside. Who knows? But it's definitely, yeah, her time is sadly ticking away. New Day and the Usos. This build-up has been great. I mean, I know I really want some shake-up in the division. I've talked about it in my other videos that I'm the same two teams are getting kind of boring to me in, the championship picture. But there is no denying what they said this week, no matter what. If they are on the pre-show, if they are on the main card, they are still in the show. And they have great matches, and I really think we can expect nothing less on Sunday. They're going to have a stellar match in Hell in a Cell. Ty Dillinger beating Baron Corbin was a big win for the Perfect 10 and a big win for me. I'm excited to see a fellow Canadian getting some great momentum going. And my last win is Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's segment. Shane comes out and calls out Kevin, who doesn't really come out right away, and somehow lures him back to the concession area, and Shane ends up getting put through a merch table. Kevin Owens goes back down to the ring to cut a little promo. He says to Shane, I'm going to powerbomb you until you don't remember your own children's names. He tells him, you don't need to worry about jumping off the cage on Sunday because I'm going to push you off or throw you off. Like, it's just getting crazy with these two. Shane, ever relentless, comes back through the crowd to try and go after Kevin again, but I mean, he was already way too beat up, and Kevin Owens definitely got the better of him yet again this week on SmackDown. I'm so excited they're going to tear the house down with this match. I'm also really enjoying the way that they've incorporated Sami Zayn into the storyline to show that Kevin Owens is not just Kevin Owens anymore. He is certifiable, he's crazy, he's psychotic, he's more malicious than ever, and he is going to destroy Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell. That's all for this week, you guys. Please check back soon for more Vera's View. I'm Vera for the WWFU Internetwork.